Match reaction, Manchester United 0, Newcastle 0. Tony, was that 1 point gained or 2 points dropped?
I think you've got to look at it this way. We were so lucky not to be 3-0 down, in my opinion, in that first half, because the way we played would never have come back. So I'm so happy to get 1 point. But at the same time, we could have stole the 2 points at the end with Rashford. That header should have not only gone in, I just can't believe how he missed it. But then I say the same about Newcastle. So when you look at it, Newcastle, what did they do? Yes, they could have been 3-0 up, but it was a poor game. I'm so happy we've got a point here.
We spoke to each other at half time as well, didn't we? And just said, look, there was just no spark at all
No.
in that first half.
No.
But we expected it to come alive in the second half, Tony, but it never really did it?
No, it didn't. I've looked at the way United have played. I looked at the Everton game. I look at again today. It seems as though he's playing in a triangle. It's possession football. This intense football, what we talk about, what Ten Hag talks about, I don't see it. I don't see it from the front. I look at the balls today. There was no balls through for the forwards to run onto. I didn't see the wingers until late on with Anthony doing a little bit where the players went behind their defence.
With you saying, sorry to interrupt, like balls not being put behind the defence, was there actually runs though from the front three trying to get behind the defence so the players can?
It was all slow. There was no running. If the closing down, everything. There was no intensity. We've been told intense football. That's what we're expecting. The players to keep running, keep challenging, keep going at them. That's not happening. What's happening? They're playing in a triangle. Nice little pretty patterns. That's what they're doing. No intensity. They're strolling through it. And at times, Newcastle, what did they have to worry about? No, they were happy.
Do you think their game plan worked today, Newcastle?
Newcastle quite happy with what they were doing. They were bigger. They were stronger. They were miles taller than Man United. They had it easy. There was no physicality. That's what the spark was needed. When you play Newcastle, you expect an intense battle. There was no battle out there. There was niggly fouls and all that. There was a poor ref. Should have given a little bit more. But
just going to say, there was about 3 or 4 penalty appeals in that match,
Yes.
First half and second half. Early on in the first half, Varane, and I think it was Callum Wilson. We had our own penalty appeals with Sancho and Casemiro. Do you think any of them were penalties?
Well, when you look at VAR, you've got to say to yourself, what's going on here? There's some poor decisions by the ref on the penalty appeals, poor decisions by VAR, one VAR and the other not a VAR. And I thought from both sides, there were stonewall penalties.
Yeah.
But to be honest with you, no team out there, the game was poor.
Yeah.
The crowd was
flat.
The crowd was flat today. They didn't get behind the team. And do you know something? I looked at it. This might sound mad to you out there, right? I didn't think we was playing Newcastle United. Where was the black and white stripes? You know, that always gets me at it, and I think it gets the crowd at it.
Yeah.
And they've just seen like
You expect one of them tackles to go in as well, don't
Yeah,
you?
yeah,
As well
yeah.
against Newcastle to get the crowd
you
up.
do, but it's like we weren't playing Newcastle. I think the crowd was like thinking, "Who's this? It's just another team."
Yeah.
But it was Newcastle, and the fight wasn't there. And I don't think they've got it at the moment. And I think Ten Hag is a bit worried. I think he's changed his tactics and he's changed his philosophy. He's 9 games in, right? He doesn't want to get beat. He says he wants to win every game. He says he wants intensity. We're not getting that. And the way the team's set up and the way it's playing, it's not going to be intense football. There is a little bit of a point today. 1 or 2 players, I thought, should have played today who couldn't play. But he didn't use the substitutes as I thought he should have done.
Big miss then today at Christian Eriksen.
Yes, without
also,
a doubt.
Anthony Martial wasn't in the squad today. Do you think he was a miss also? Do you think he would have started if he was match fit today?
If he was match fit, he would have started today. I wasn't happy with Ronaldo the way he trudged off. But then again, he shouldn't be kicking off. He didn't play well. He did not play well. But most of them didn't play well. The forwards created barely anything throughout the 90 minutes. And I thought today, like I said...
do you think Ronaldo just basically was frustrated? Because we've seen all that gesticulation, what he does, you know, his face pulling when he got on the bench. I think everyone out there seen it as well.
Yeah.
So do you think it was a frustration at his own performance today, or do you think he was just not happy coming off? As though he's too big to be brought off?
I don't know whether it was the frustration of him being brought off or whatever it was. I just think that's who Ronaldo is. He's throwing a strop. He knows he's throwing it for the cameras, and that is really annoying. He should just get down, work hard, and he didn't do it today. There was times there he got the ball, gave it away, especially in the first half. He didn't link up, but then again, none of the forwards linked up. And he's not just the only one what should have been brought off. There was others to be brought off. And Sancho today, for me, didn't do anything. I don't think he's going to make it.
On Sancho, obviously he got benched against the Everton game. He's come in
Yeah.
today. Do you think, well, based off his performance today, he's done enough to start against Spurs next week?
No, he's definitely not done enough to start again. I thought there was a few players out there. I don't want to keep going on about different names and that, but there was players there today what just not good enough to go forward, or they need to step up. And I think with Sancho, I can't see Sancho stepping up. I'm not sure what's going on. I don't even think, to be honest with you, let me speak here. Sorry, son.
No.
Right? I don't even think he's a winger. Not in this Premier League anyway. He might be a winger where the game's completely played differently somewhere else, but here he is definitely not a winger. That's my opinion.
Where do you fit him into the team, Tone? Because it's a big price tag he's come with, £70-odd million.
You don't put players in just because of the price tag.
No, of course
And
not.
Ten Hag has to look at this, and he's already done it with Ronaldo, the superstar, and he'll do it again going forward. He knows what he's doing now, Ten Hag. He's looking at players. He's only got a small core of 11 players, really. You know, that's my 11. That's my 11. That's how I look at it. And it's very hard for him at the moment. And I think he's just clinging on to, sacking his philosophy and just sticking to possession football. And Ronaldo, it doesn't suit him.
Do you think he's got a long-term future then, Sancho, under Ten Hag? Because let's face it, I think it was you who mentioned it with me the other week that Sancho was an Ole Gunnar Solskjaer signing. He wasn't a Ten Hag signing. So
No, that's right. Well, all the players what aren't Ten Hag signings all should worry. They must start performing. We've played well in certain games. We've done well. We've scraped a win here and there, right? And that's all good considering where we've come from. And I'm quite happy with it. But Ten Hag has got a long-term future here. He's got a plan, but it ain't going to be done straight away. And he now needs to concentrate. And I think what he's concentrating on is what I keep saying, possession football. And a dour game a day, and you're going to expect a few more of them. I can't see high-scoring games. I don't even think we had 2 shots on target, to be honest. Well, when I say that, I'm looking at their goalkeeper. I don't think he was worried today.
Yeah, he didn't seem... Yeah, I don't think he broke a sweat, to be honest.
No, our goalkeeper, his 500th game, right? I thought at times there today, he went back to his old ways there, trying to play football in his own 6-yard box, and it nearly came unstuck.
Do you think he's got a long-term future, though, David De Gea under Ten Hag?
David De Gea, I think...
He does need a special mention today with that 500th game
Yeah.
for United, Sony, but do you see it here at Manchester United?
I think it's going to be very difficult to replace him. I did say 12 months ago, looking at when his contract finishes, it's going to be very hard to replace him. But I think he'll be given a 12-month contract while we search, while Ten Hag searches. Very hard to find. And we need a top goalkeeper. If we're going to do anything next year, we need a top goalkeeper, plus a few other top players.
We do indeed. Listen, some wise words today. Thanks for the comments, Tony. Let us know what you think on today's video. Let us know your own opinions on today's game. Smash a like on the video if you've enjoyed it. Subscribe if you like our content and press that notification bell because Webby will be up later on with a match reaction. Thank you.
Thank you.